Hey everybody, it's SaskiaSketches. Welcome back to my channel. In this episode of Sketch With Me, we're going to be doing a 3 marker challenge. Before we get into that though, I'll be sketching something out first. I thought a little bit about what I wanted to draw because of course I'm going to have to colour it with 3 different markers that I can't control the colours of. So then I thought, hey, let's draw a dragon, because dragons are fantasy creatures, right? So there can be any colour. So yeah. You'll also notice I'm using a different sketchbook than the one I had in the other video, and that's because I filled that one up. So I'm using this new sketchbook now. A sketchbook tour on that other sketchbook is coming up soon, so be on the lookout for that. Alright, let's get to inking. I'm using a Staedtler pen. I also wanted to quickly mention that this is a sketch with me, so if you'd like to join in, please do. I would love to see your creations. You don't have to draw a dragon, of course. It would be cool if you did, but it's not required. Now remember, when you're lining something like this that's a little bit more realistic, you don't need to be very careful about your lines. They don't need to be very crisp. You can just relax. Alright, so now I'm going to pick my markers. I've written down every single marker I own on a piece of paper and I put them in here. So if I were to draw one of these, it would say Ohuhu marker 45. So I would grab my Ohuhu markers and get this number out of it. So, alright. I made this specifically for marker challenges, so yeah, let's draw our colours. Let me see. Okay, number 1, number 2, and oh, there's a 2. Yeah. Lost it. Okay, number 3. All right, okay, let's see what colours we got. We got Copic Y38, Copic T3. Okay, it's a yellow and a grey. Is it? Yeah. And twin marker number 1. All right. Okay, so this is twin marker number 1. It's it's called Wine Red. Oh, I think I really like. Okay, so 38. Where is it? I have it somewhere. I think I mistook that one. I didn't have 38 anymore. Okay. Let's grab another one then. That's kind of sad. Okay, this one, Ohuhu 23. I think that one must have died then or something. Yeah, the Copic number 2, 3 was it? Yeah, this one. So we got a red and a grey and an Ohuhu marker. Let me grab these. Okay, I actually didn't know these numbers very well, so okay, it's orange. Alright, we can work with that. I would have liked a yellow though for the eyes, but we'll figure something out. Okay, there we go. Let's put these back. And let's get to colouring. So again, these are the colours if you want to join in. Okay, so an orange, a dark red and a light grey. All right. Okay, I put something under here so the colours don't bleed through to the other pages I have in here. Maybe I should do some colour thumbnails. It's always fun. So I started off with some quick little thumbnails to figure out where I wanted to put each colour. I like to do this whenever I am not sure how I want to colour a piece or where I want to put the darkest values and the lightest values, and that really helps to figure out what you want to do without having to ruin the piece because you're not sure what you're doing. So I ended up picking the upper left thumbnail, but I also decided to make the bottom part of the neck grey instead of red because I wanted the head to stand out from the bottom of the neck. See, if they both would have been red, the contrast really wouldn't be there to separate those two. Overall, I think these colours work quite nicely together. I think we got a pretty good set of values because the red was really dark and the grey was really light, and then the orange was a good mid-tone. And then they also look good as dragon colours, so we really lucked out there. So to colour this small piece, I used mostly the chisel tip and then the bullet nib to get into the smaller spaces. In order to prevent everything from looking streaky, I went over a couple of times. That always helps with markers and with many other art supplies if you layered them a bit. I mainly used the orange for the horns and a little bit in the eye as well. And then, as you can see in a bit, I used the grey to shade the orange because I couldn't really shade it with the red, so I took the grey, and then I also used the grey to blend out the red and the grey in the neck. And after that I took the red again to shade the rest of the dragon, and I used the bullet nib to shade a little bit in the face, and then I used a stippling technique to shade the rest of the dragon, and that helps to blend the grey and the red as well, but as well as it gives a nice texture because dragons are scaly, and I usually use this trick to make them look scaly because I don't want to draw every single scale, of course. And after I did those stipples, I went back in with the grey to add some texture to the belly as well, and on the underside of the neck. After that, I went over the shadows in the horns with the orange again, just to make them look a little darker and more orange because they were looking a bit too greyish. And lastly, I tried to add in some highlights with the orange marker as well, using the same stippling technique, but it didn't turn out that well. I could have gone over a couple more times and lightened it up a bit, but it just wasn't showing up very clearly. But then I think we're done. Yeah, I'm happy with it. Really hope you guys can see it. Maybe I can zoom in. Oh, look at that. I can actually zoom in. All right. Yes, let me hold it up. So there is our dragon. Okay, I really hope you've enjoyed doing this 3 marker challenge with me. If you've joined in, be sure to share what you do with me on Instagram. So you can post it and just tag me at SaskiaSketches on there. I'll have a link in the description if you find it hard to spell. Yeah, so with that, we're pretty much done. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you've enjoyed it, please leave a like, and I will see you all next Friday. Have a great week and keep on sketching.